Hi.
Good
Hello, beautiful women. It's such a wonderful day and everybody's looking beautiful. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm looking forward to a wonderful 4 days with you educators, with powerful, influential women in Zimbabwe.
The Women Empowerment Program, the Africa Code WEP Women Empowerment Program, is a continuing professional development program for female educators in Africa. And currently there are 38 participating countries with over 295 alumni. And, just to continue with the history lesson, in 2019, SAP, UNESCO, Youth Mobile, Irish Aid, and the Moroccan Ministry of National Education held the first ever Women Empowerment Program in Morocco with just 28 female educators from 15 countries. Now, 2020, COVID hit, and it was wonderful to see, this program adapt onto an online platform which now supports, both French and English speaking participants to actually attend. And so obviously we've been able to have more people coming into the Women Empowerment Program through that. Fast forward to 2021, this program has grown from strength to strength, now having more than one edition, several editions actually, in 2021, which has accommodated more French and English-speaking African female educators, and bringing it closer to home to Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe will be running the first ever country-level Women Empowerment Program with 26 female educators nominated from across Zimbabwe, geared up for this professional development training and exercise. And we're going to be graced by quite a number of seasoned speakers from the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education. We always remain grateful to the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education for supporting Africa Code Week initiatives in Zimbabwe. And also we are going to be joined by professional development experts and practitioners, as well as media and information literacy practitioners. So it's a whole mixed bag that will be happening within the Women's Empowerment Program.
We are thrilled, we are excited to have from the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education our Permanent Secretary, Madam Dumisang Tabela.
Thank you very much. And a very good morning to all the wonderful ladies on this platform. Just to talk to you about the importance of professional development and the role of female educators in the education system of our country.
Happy Teachers' Day to all the queens that have joined us today. Connect with other teachers from the region, from the continent, from the world. What are they learning? How are they learning? Where are they now?
Keep learning. Keep learning. Wherever your passion is, keep learning and get relevant. And technology is not difficult. As abantwana bayazi, and there's platforms like you. Tina sasingela like girls in STEM, where I would say I need to go learn in a safe environment. Now go labo girls in STEM. I know about Scratch. I know about so many things. And I can then tell my daughter, even if it's not me, let me empower the next generation.
And so just to briefly unpack to you what participants of that program are going to be going through. So day one, they're looking at information and media literacy. So we are going to have a specific focus on the media and information literacy curriculum by UNESCO on that particular day, which is really, really important when we look at, online learning and, government's drive and uptake of the blended learning models in our schools. And day two, we are looking at having learning innovations for teaching. Again, this is how we are going to look at the Zimbabwean context, what learning innovations are available to Zimbabwe, what works, and we are hoping that these female educators will be able to take that information and then apply it in their respective communities and in their respective schools.
Innovation is a way of coming up with solutions in one's own learning environment. Learners should be able to develop innovative learning skills, come up with solutions to problems that they encounter in their day-to-day learning.
Such skills, without being exhaustive, enable citizens to remove rigidity and have them become flexible and adaptable to the constantly changing workforce, increasing their ability to work cross-culturally and be able to take on positions of leadership.
ICT has to be used as a means to an end. It allows people to research, to gather the and even access the most recent publications that are very useful. As women educators, we have a long journey filled with opportunities and certainly adequate space for participation by all stakeholders of goodwill. We have a role to ensure learners are guaranteed quality learning and teaching.
So in our own way, our education system should also empower the teacher so that the teacher can empower the learner to use the 4 C's in order to adapt to conditions.
And what gives me joy is the fact that I can be able to give out information. And when you give out information, you watch your students, you watch them receive the information, you watch them get better, you watch them progress. You see that they're becoming better people, they're becoming more able to do in the things that you're teaching them.
Also realize that through teaching, I'm able to fulfill my soul's craving to make a contribution in shaping the world of tomorrow for this young generation.
My interest is mostly in the girl child. Where I teach, most of these children are in child-headed family, and most of them lack a lot of guidance. And I'm so happy that I've been able to be their sister, to be their aunt, to be their mom, to guide them all the way. And I'm loving it.
Through the keyboard thing, I found myself interested in computers. Then now I've done computers up to a certain level, which I feel so much enriched that even my students, they experience a wider range of digital tools. Even teachers around me, they are getting those tools and resources through me.
And day 3, we are looking at professional development for educators. It's so important as educators now, I think, to be profession advocates for education, because when we look at how COVID-19 has accelerated the need for online learning, has accelerated the need for blended learning, it's so important for female educators to embrace technology and see how they can move with the time. So in a nutshell, as you can see, it's jam-packed, full of fun, professional development all the way. And so we're so excited about having to go through this program. And we're looking forward really as one of the key highlights to having the Minister of State for Bulawayo, coming through and giving us the keynote address at that event as well. So as you can see, lots of, influential females coming in to support, and we're really excited about that.
Basically, every educator needs to improve, not because we're not good enough, but because we can be even better. So thank God for professional development, because learning to ride a motorcycle is not the same as learning to ride a bicycle. So it's really important for teachers and educators, because you are so important to our society. You're so important that you could be something different to someone's life on a different day of the week.
If we look at professional development, that's just how life is in general, right? We're never stagnant, we're always moving, we're always growing, we're always changing. And that to me is really what this has always been about. There's got to be a way to do things better. So it was trying to navigate that law school space as a woman who is pregnant, right? And then you realize what are some of the barriers, what are some of the things that prevent women, particularly women of color, from succeeding in some of these spaces.
So what areas should we be focusing on in Africa to support the professional development of female educators? I mean, we've heard so much, we've spoken a lot about why it's important. How do we support it?
Digitizing education and upskilling educators so that they can gain functional skills for them to be able to deliver. Yeah, so in closing, I think for me, the rewarding system policies need to change. We need to improve the curriculum in Africa, and then we need to get teachers out of the classroom and get them into virtual spaces where they can actually gain more, knowledge, build their skills more, and be able to deliver world-class education.
So for me, the two key areas are mindset development and digitalization. It's a tough environment because, you're dealing not only with your internal context in schools and the daily challenges that you have with students and your internal leadership and everything, but you also have the external factors, economic factors, or socioeconomic factors surrounding you that actually can sometimes make it feel like a strain.
I think the key message to any educator is that the way you show up for others is pretty much dependent on how you would have shown up for yourself. Self-introspection. I know that we've spoken a bit about that, and even with the mentee exercise, we started to self-introspect.
So when we look at the technological changes over the years, we moved from a hunting society to an agricultural society. And we then moved into the first industrial revolution, which was an industry society. And then we moved very quickly all the way up to the third revolution, which was information society. And right now we are in what we are calling a cyber physical society.
Being a teacher isn't going to make anyone rich, but it is one of the most rewarding careers on the planet. A teacher has a huge impact on a child's life, and to see a child progress and grow is something that brings joy to a teacher.
As an ECD specialist, I always count the scars that I have each and every year that I get from the little learners. It's been good to open their minds each and every year as I look them grow to the next year up to grade 2.
I'm happy. Now I have to change my mindset and become digitalized and move on and be an enterprising teacher.
I'm Beauty Sanyika, Tinold Primary School, Harare Metropolitan Province. I teach grade 3 as well as I am the deputy head of the school. This workshop has been awesome. The presentations were very educating. I have added more digital skills into my digital bank.
Hi, I'm Faith Sosito from Masia Pambili College, Bulawayo Metropolitan Province. I'm a laboratory scientist, teaching practical skills from Form 1 up to Form 6 in chemistry, biology, and physics. I am so excited and so thrilled to have been part of this first of its kind women empowerment program. I've learned a lot of things, new ICT tools for use in the classroom and learning, and the forces, collaboration, communication, thinking creatively and thinking critically. As women, we can do this. We can rise and we can conquer. Thank you.
My name is Leaflet Moyo, a special needs educator at King George VI in Bulawayo in Zimbabwe, teaching deaf learners. I am honored to be part of the Women Empowerment Program for Female Educators. During this Africa Coding Week, I have benefited a lot from this workshop, and I will use the skills learned to empower the deaf girl child in digital and media literacy development so that they are able to excel in science, technology, engineering and mathematics, and be able to compete in the job market at the same level with peers globally. Thank you.
Now, female educator at Sinjiru Secondary School, Goromonzi District, National and East Province. I teach textile technology and design, food technology and design from Form 1 up to 4. This workshop has benefited me a lot. I have discovered myself, and I have known that I am of influence to the educational system. I can propel the learners and motivate them to be digitalized.
A good day to you all. My name is Rumiza Msunze, a chemistry teacher at Gwinimbe High School, Bikita District in Masvingo Province. I feel very honored to have partaken this workshop. I feel very inspired. I feel very motivated. I want to say thumbs up to the organizers of the Women Empowerment Program. I feel that the technological tools that I've benefited are going to be of great impact in my life. I shall spread my tentacles to benefit especially the girl in STEM. I believe that from the testimonies that I've received, a woman can be a better leader. A woman can be a great leader. I think.
Thank you very much. And it's so good to see how all of you intend to take care of yourself, because again, remember, it starts with you, the educator. So if you are taking care of yourself, you are able to take care of others. So that was the purpose of that exercise. It's a self-introspection exercise. At this point, we want to congratulate all the participants, all the facilitators. And at this point, I would like to believe a pleasant surprise has reached you in your WhatsApp inboxes, and these are your certificates of participation.
This is and has always been the primary focus of the government of Zimbabwe. Do not let the messages you heard today fade away. Support the work being done by girls in STEM Trust and their partners. Constantly tell them, stand up for science and technology, and to support our women and girls on their quest to use science and technology to build our nation now and in the future. Congratulations once more to the first group of graduates of the Africa Code WEP Women's Empowerment Program in Zimbabwe. Go forth and shine. The sky is not the limit. Go beyond, go far, go yonder, stand on the shoulders of the giants. I thank you very much.